Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tenors the Human, and welcome back to our Slavic campaign. And you join me for what is probably the grand finale. Outside Constantinople, we are being taken on. But this is no normal army. There are 7 units of Comitatensis first cohort in this army. No general though, so we certainly have a chance, but that's an awful lot of cohorts to take out. Now, of course, we do have a very experienced army here, around 5 or 6 experience on average. Certainly, we're looking good, and Frasamund is a great commander, a victor, an eagle taker, and a good defender. So that will definitely take precedent in this particular battle. Have to see what the battlefield is. It looks like it's most likely to be a fairly even plane, but we'll see when we get in. Right, this is going to be a pretty crucial one. If we win this, Constantinople is looking pretty vulnerable. Let's go. Simple enough here today. We need to hold against the legions. Now we've got ourselves our heavy spearmen at the front. Not too experienced, but they are the high tier units. These chaps right here from the start. In fact, these ones are 3 experience. Quick look at these: 15, 4 and 20 for the basic infantry we start with. That is not bad at all. We have some swordsmen in behind just to reinforce where we need it. Step heavy spearmen on each flank. To be fair, they don't actually have any cavalry, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. However, I can obviously redistribute these to where I'm weakest. A few chaps hiding in the forest there. We don't actually have a huge amount of horse archers here today. We only have 3, so I've got them split up a tiny bit. These lads are just going to go take out those ballistas who are at the back there. And these chaps, well, we'll see what we do with them. I'm just going to hold them back on shooting for the moment. We'll just let them get past us before we spring at them over there. So we'll just have those lads ready for when the time comes. We've got the Aryan priests over here ready to bludgeon. Only a couple. I think we lost 1 in the last battle, didn't we? Oh yes, Pope John Paul himself passed away in the charge, but we're pretty much going to be able to clear them out, I reckon, as long as we hold. Over at the back, we've already routed the ballistas. That's perfectly grand, and it means we're going to be in the back of them. They might start to get distracted by us. Indeed, they are getting distracted by us. Start getting your shooting on, lads. That'll be a good way to get going. And these archers can get hit by us, please. Charge at the actual archers first of all, because the eastern archers can be a little bit irritating. In fact, sir, you straight away come back and deal with these eastern archers. Help him out. We'll let the other guys carry on shooting. Down to go the archers. Roly-poly, 7 there. Nice, not too shabby. Pull out of that. General's going to charge in over here. As for the rest of this, we need to get ourselves ready for our battle. Now we're off skirmish mode. We've got to get this right here today. By the way, can I just explain? As much as I've said a few times that they aren't exactly the best troops in the world. Actually, these step heavy spearmen are only at the 5th tier of the building tree, which means I never get them unless I take a town. These archers, albeit with 5 experience here, they are really very, very strong. They've actually got about around about 9, I think, to start with, because these have silver bows and 5 extra experience, so they're gaining 7 on their stats. But even so, they're pretty strong units, because they'd normally be around 7, 9, 11. That's not bad, especially with long range and good stamina. These chaps are, well, they're pretty crucial for my armies, it must be said, especially as I don't get javelin. Went straight into archers, so they can do some hefty damage, and I'm really going to need them to do that here today. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about the sheer amount of spearmen they have. I'm going to have to start swinging my cav out now, actually. That, I think, is going to be a good idea. I need this general and this horse archer back here, just to make sure he does the mopping up ASAP. Now, you, sir, you run back in this direction. It's a terrible charge, but you're at least sending some of them away. Archers, horse archers swing back into them, and hopefully we'll be able to get them routing before too long. The raiders, yeah, go and help mop up those Comitatenses. They're going to be struggling pretty soon, and if you two can just go back there, that'd be ideal. You, sir, you, sir, you, sir. Swing to those archers. Oh, they're going to be throwing their javelins. Okay, they just get themselves shaped up. They're not actually throwing javelins, just standing there right now. I think they're a little bit confused about what they should be doing. Okay, You come and hit these competencies. They are, I think, secure on the hill, but I wouldn't mind a quick charge on them. Smashy, smashy. Oh, yes, that routed them. That's a full unit competencies. Gone. As for these guys, just leave them. We will go and mop them up. They haven't actually engaged with us here. They've done their job as well. So if you swing to these chappies, don't hit the wrong lads. Don't hit the wrong ones. Perfect. Right. We're doing the job on this side. These are about to get themselves javelined, I think. Just run out of the way. Run out of the way. And yeah, we're getting good shots in. They are not engaging with us straight off the bat, and that is an important point. So they are heavily weakened. Try and hit those. Actually, hit these guys. You should be able to hit them on their non-shield area. That'll be good to chop them down. Those archers are way in the rear at this point, so we can start to pile in on their flank. Lanciari, obviously spearmen, but I'm just hoping to overwhelm them. Apparently they're eager. That's not good. Put out of there, put out of there, put out of there. Right, we are going to need these guys just to properly sweep up the archers in the flank here. You, get yourself over to the hill. We need to be shooting them from behind. Okay, the lack of cavalry makes their lack of manoeuvrability a big weakness, and I need to take advantage of that. So we really need to make sure these archers are cleared out, but I can't take my eye off the main battle for too long. They can very quickly rout us. Right, chop up as many as you can as quickly as possible. We need them to be taken care of. If you want to skirmish mode, you can. Okay, they are sending... yeah, they're sending some in. Okay. Reload him. Okay, just slightly change your angle. Charge into them. Maybe just hold. Okay, we'll get a double charge in them over there. Ah, you're not on skirmish. Go and skirmish! And swing back into those chappies. If you can run in that direction, that will help us out. Just keep those Lanciari out of the battle. Now, that is good. Just keep pulling them away. That's the deal. Right, they are not engaging with us too much in one go here. So, swords don't do that. Just hold. Generals can now swing back into those Lanciari. General, you need to come back into the centre. And Aryan priests, start your chanting, please. Start your chant. So, swordsmen, just get back into position over here. Looks like they've just vacated that flank a little. We are looking a bit weak on this side, so we probably need to get these swordsmen over to this area. And you need to come over here as well. That's perfect. Now, we are back into Lanciari, who this time we managed to clear out. Ignore those first cohort completely, run straight past them, come and support. Oof. That old man is going to get himself in trouble. Ooh, first cohort actually gone down. These lads have completely collapsed. That is good for us. Now, you get into them. You get into them, and I don't really know what else is happening. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. You can swing around here. You get into that position. Charge into them, and Cav, you pull out. This Cav can go into that direction as well. And we're getting a charge into that position. I suggest it's not a good time to be doing that, because we actually pulled out of that engagement. So we'll just get all of our cavalry back to one side over here. Right, they are getting pummeled. You can just charge out of them. They're not too far out of position. You can head into them and Cav. Charge. Those archers are out. They might as well get into hand-to-hand. They're not too shabby in hand-to-hand combat, that is for sure. Now, if my general makes sure he doesn't die, that would be ideal. But this lad, what do you need to be doing right now? You're about to get yourself taken out. Right, let's hit these from behind. Get them from all sides. We can break their general here, and now... Okay, that is a big hit for us. The enemy general is fleeing. For the first time in the battle, the game actually thinks we have a chance. Yeah, I don't know which unit... Oh, it's the archers that's mucking this up a little bit. There he goes. Warlord has been mowed down. We'll slam into those chappies. We're still... Ooh, surround has become more of a surround. My voice is going. It's so dramatic. Archers are in there. Now, who is pretty much out? You're pretty much out. Just get charging in. Auxiliary infantry, wherever possible, please. Right, let's go send in the Aryan priests over here. Come and clear out this unit. Come priests! You can do it! Break them! Break them! Okay, didn't quite break them. Archers, you get into the battle. General has managed to break them over there. Good work, sir. And as we start to break over here, hopefully the Warhorn will help. And we're just going to pull up behind them here. You, sir, swing into that as well. Looks like we might lose this flank, actually. Yeah, we are going to lose this flank. That's not a big problem because it looks like we're pretty much wrapped up this side of the battle as we charge into their rear here. Oof. Ooh, heroic death! Our Freewine the Wrathful wants our factionaire. He got disinherited, but he has had his last charge right now. He's been a heroic fighter for our peoples, but it looks like he's going to have to carry on with his charge. The general is still in this battle, just about. I need to pull him out though, just to make sure we don't have a stupid result here. Now, they are currently over there. Priests, the four of you, charge in, keep them busy, don't let them feel this trap. They're javellining us in the back, but I just need you to keep them occupied. Come on, just about caught them. No, come back. Oh. Okay, General, let's take a quick look at this. This is tight, and it's unfortunately too much of a melee for my liking. Eager. There's one that's shaken there, and they're steady. Okay. We just need a good charge from our general just to turn the tide of things here. They have gone. Get in there, General. Time for the charge. We've got reinforcements in another army, but really we need to be doing it here and now. You pull back again there, General. Eager. They are, unfortunately, just fighting that bit too much. Our archers are doing valiant work. They are extremely experienced. They know how to fight. But this is starting to become problematic. We can't quite find a way to win this. We're only steady. One more time, sir. You're going to have to do it. Oof. 19 over there. I don't know if we'll have to get into that flank, sir. Swing around that side. It's possibly our last chance here because the archers are going to lose this battle eventually. Okay. Dramatic moment here. Very tired. 18. Those are the ones you've got to hit. And in we come for one final chop and charge. Can we get the break we wanted? No, that's the break on us. And it's over. It's over.
And he runs from the fight.
Well,
victory and defeat are the edges of a single sword.
They are the 88% lost, 86% lost. That is a magnificently close affair there, a close defeat indeed. But I would say, I think we did the damage we needed to there. Freewine the Wrathful. He was so wrathful that we disinherited him a long time ago. But alas, many great units died this day. 449 Thrace. But as we head back to the campaign map, we'll probably find we have enough to the very least take out that force. But we haven't actually looked at what else I've got set up over here. We have landed in, don't really quite know where we are because the Isle of Wight isn't here to give me a reference point. Let's just say we're in Portsmouth or something. Petronius Cassenius. Now, this is an interesting force. There's no legionary first cohorts over here. Some Palatina, but not a huge amount. You've largely got the competences and the Plumbee lads to worry about. A few peasants. Oh, we got some Galloglass. They're nice and fun, aren't they? But only a few mercs, little experience on them. Meanwhile, we are mostly troops that are coming out of our Frankish sort of settlements over here, which are largely pretty experienced, even though they haven't actually faced any battle yet. So this should be, this time it's 3-2 in our favour. This should be a victory for us, but we do again have more reinforcements to come. We'll see how this goes. I don't think this guy, nope, he's got nothing of interest at all. But we do have Choleric over here. He's fond of rebout rhymes. That's all that matters really. Let's go. I think we can win this one. Main difference this time is we are in a much tighter solid block, and I'm hoping that makes the difference for us. We also have huge amounts of archer cav, which of course are my favourites. So with a much more cav heavy army this time, I should be much happier to do the job. Actually, there's generals around here somewhere as well, so we've got plenty of cavalry to make things awkward for them. We are on a little bit of a hill, not too far back though, so we'll see how it all goes. I'd much rather you go around the back and hit them. Unfortunately, there's some of their cav on that flank instead, which of course makes some sense as I've sent mine over here. Okay, well, we'll send a couple units back and they can do a good job on them in the meantime. So, oh, they're really racing up that flank now. It's almost as if they've seen this before. Of course, they have seen this before. Right, let's go take out some of these peasants. They are absolutely racing towards us. We'll keep these two cav over here. Okay. General, you come over here. Horse archers, come and support us as well. Marvellous. Now, as they all charge in, we are swordsmen. Make sure you war cry for 1. Next. We have a huge amount of their units back here. Are they any good? They're mostly trash. Bit of Limitani and peasants. So we're just going to bypass them as much as possible. So just swing everyone back towards the main fight. And, oof, they are really packing it in on one flank, aren't they? Okay, charge in, spearmen. And you get in there as well. Horse archers, just shoot into them from that position. Take yourself off skirmish. As for these over here, committences. Now, we are pretty strong. But I don't think it's the best idea to... it's the best idea to charge right into them, but we'll consider it. Now, this is an interesting one. They're very much piling into one position. Get yourselves into this position now, and cav, swing into their flank. That's really what you're here for. If you can then swing in there. General has swung straight past their line into their general, which is what we want to see, which now means we can start to close the trap in on them. Spearmen, come and help us out in this battle. And oh, he's not liking it at all. Spearmen, get yourselves back over there, and we will swing all of our lads over here. Come on, light cav, general. Yeah, they're just collapsing. They are collapsing. Horse archers, get into them, and so you, sir. Now, they are completely collapsing, which means we just need to figure out what we're doing. Infantry, take them out. Cav, as much as possible, keep the charge going. They are annoyingly going to get in the way of us killing this general, but he's actually come back to battle when he's just decided to call retreat instead anyway. Fine, we will send the horse archers in that direction. I think, to be honest, cav, apart from you two, we just need to mop up whatever lads are still fighting. Archers, probably best that you stop at this point and don't shoot our own men. Much better battle for us on this occasion. Get things a bit tighter, and we're not quite going to catch him, annoyingly. I wasn't actually too late there, actually, but I wasn't too late. I was too late. What I mean is I didn't send them ahead and then miss. Oh, look, we've still got a couple more. Archers are doing their job, but sadly not the general. Well. Now, is most of the force gone? The general survived, but that is going to be the entire army completely wiped out. So that leaves Britain pretty vulnerable. As I said, we do have reinforcements, so this isn't going to be one if like the other battle if we lost this one too, I'd be fairly confident we could just mop them up with the reinforcements anyway. But yeah, pretty decisive victory here. We only lost 15%, a bit of frontline infantry, tiny bit of our cav obviously doing their annoying skirmishing work, but on the whole, on a good way to taking Britain. And well, Constantinople, we'll see, because that was a good army that just got destroyed. Depends what's left in the capital itself. Might be a pile of peasants, it might be good. Clear victory there then, 1476 to 201 kills. No experience gained. It was that much of an easy triumph. It wasn't that easy actually. They played an interesting pile onto one side. Clear defeat for us. We're in trouble. Well, sadly, the one man who survived drowned. What have we got here? Most advanced faction. That's the Eastern Empire. Faction announcement. Well, every life ends. Well, Clovis died in Tarentum. Some old chap I'm not particularly bothered about. And, of course, Rewind the Raffle. Once could have been a king, but we didn't let him. Now, what we've got left here is actually a faction leader who I've not really talked about very much. Good old Sigibert, but yeah, he hasn't quite had the same kind of backstory as the other lads. But he has got things like famous victor. He's got sanguinary, untouched by fear, stern eagle taker as well, of course. Gatekeeper. I mean, he's got quite a lot of good stats on him, all sorts of nonsense, but he's a tedious speaker. He's also a pillager, so he loves a bit of wanton destruction. So not a bad chap. Two management is better than anyone else we've got in this empire. So, but it is a bit of a scrappy force. It's kind of just what I had left lying around over in this part of the world. So Constantinople itself, okay, not brilliant, but certainly enough to defeat this force, I imagine. We'll see about that. We can reinforce. We've got, oh yes, some of them obviously got away. We can recharge those and head back into battle before long. So we'll see what we can do about that. But most of the experience, unfortunately, was lost in the battle. Bit of a shame that, but it's not the end of the world. Marseille has itself a nice proper swordsmith, which is a good thing, but we probably can't afford that market right now because we are very much stretching ourselves. Now, in between episodes, I have done a little bit more. I've swung down to Tarraco, and we've taken that over. In the meantime, we're slightly struggling to deal with public order, so those troops have to stay there. But I do have this force over here to go put Carthago under siege, so we'll probably just auto-resolve that in good time. And that little scout force can come and rejoin the main party. Honestly, they're looking pretty weak over here. We, of course, see Burgundii, have Cordoba, as well as Tingi over here. I'm pretty sure as my boat was passing last turn, I could see a big Berber force over here too. Yeah, oh, I think they've had a battle then. So I'm not quite sure what's happened here, but it looks like the Berbers just about fought off the Burgundii. So they're going to deal each other lots of blows, which is ideal for me. Oh yes, of course, and I did this army over here. Quite a nice force from Genobold over there. He will swing over to Salamanca. So we're taking care of the rest of Europe. Of course, our focus is on Constantinople, but we can... Oof, okay, can we make it across? Maybe. We will just make sure that we have another boat there. So I'm a bit short. Now, London. Most of this should be fairly simple from this point, I imagine. But we'll see about that. Yes, indeed, there wasn't really any issue there. I might have overdone the whole Britain campaign, but of course I do need to go and take out the lovely Celts to the north as well. So nothing too interesting going on in that direction. And Rider, yeah, they have their standard army that they pretty much have from the start of the game. Doesn't look like they've done anything interesting with it. Maybe, sir, you need to go over to Ireland. That'll be the plan with you. Yes, I like that idea. That'll be a sensible ploy. Right, we've got our armies to go take over the mainland of Britain as well as Ireland. And what else is left of Europe? Of course, we've got that under siege in a few turns. This is under siege now. Cordoba, we might leave, but to be honest with the rest of Europe, we might as well take that as well. Just sending my diplomats over in this direction. I think there was... Yep, he's just floating on the boat. Okay. You can stop walking on water, Jesus, and get on with your life over there. Magnificent. So, as for this force, we also need to take them on, and otherwise, I think I saw... okay, I did see some Byzantine forces, some Eastern Roman forces, floating around here last turn, like a full stack. So I was just making sure I can block this bridge over by Campus Roxolani, but it looks like they've wandered off, possibly, as you can see here, because it's become Eastern Rebel. So they might be distracted by that in the meantime. Otherwise, we can have some problems counteracting the Eastern Empire over there, which is a little bit unexpected. Oh yes, and of course we have the Sarmatians to go and take care of. 39%. Is he one of mine? I don't even know anymore. Cyprides one of mine? No, Guticus is one of my chaps. So we'll kill their spy. And we got killed. Well done, sir. You got killed by the spy's bodyguards. You take him out. Success, success, success. There goes their spy. That should help us as we go forward. 5%. Sadly not. 3%. Sadly not. 3% again. Sadly, we can't quite do it right now. No. Disappointing. Trait increase though. Sick about the executioner. He's a death dealer. I love it. I love it. I think there is actually... Yeah, there's another assassin over here as well. Come on, sir. Lucky stab. It didn't work. Right. I'm going to save you from more and more of those assassin comments. There we are. 75%. Nothing too useful, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind going and taking this tower just to make life annoying for them though. So our assassins proved to be useless as ever. I don't think I've got any more around, so one of them will have to do the job. Now, I was training one of them up though. I think this one here, the one who killed that spy, is actually 4 abilities. He's not too bad. Rest are 1 and 2. Pretty darn terrible, aren't they? Okay, I think it's time to go mop up the stragglers from that last battle. Honestly, not a lot. The ballistas are back. We did a terrible job of killing them. Well, in general, apart from this one full stack here, it shouldn't be too hard. Let's go. Most of them seem to be hiding in the forest here, but we're just going to charge straight to these archers who, for some reason, have exposed themselves instantly, which very much suits me. For some reason, they haven't routed, which is a little bit ludicrous, but now they have. Ballistas are turning into us. I wouldn't mind if we start running, please. But who do we want? 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 This guy! You can come and swing into the old ballista over here. That'll be grand. And everyone else, get on with your work. So, you chappies over there, run into position. And that's great. So, commit to about to throw their javelins in. We really should be running, but of course skirmish mode doesn't activate in javelin range, which is really irritating. Nonetheless, these Pumpatari will get shot down by us almost immediately. Charge, charge! Stabby, deafy, stabby! And we didn't need the second charge from the general there, did we? Okay. That's grand. So, horse archers. Horse archers just start shooting into those contenders. You hit those archers, and we'll get on with our lives pretty soon, because I really can't be bothered to deal with annoying men who kill my troops. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. We need you alive, sir. So into the comitatenses with our lovely arrows, and where is our cab here? Lovely. So, if we swing out to the flank, we'll hopefully be able to take out the archers. Can we take the ballistas to be helpful? But oh yes. Raining arrows from the sky over here, and it's a crosswind of a rainstorm. This, yeah, I think they've lost. Yeah, they're not very happy. All missiles charging, and I think with the charges, they are going to melt. By that I mean fight to the death because they're horrendous. Apparently they are going to keep on fighting for a little bit anyway. There they go. Last few men getting chopped down. And yeah, Constantinople, the road is clear. I don't know about what we go. Well, I'm not sure about how much we have to do in the city. We'll continue, but honestly, it's pretty much all done. 94% killed, 6% lost here. Bit of revenge. 83 is a... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We just got a full unit committed to 10 to first cohort.
shall rule.
And there we are, Sigurd the Executioner. Does a lovely bit of work and got himself a second eagle. Yes, he will now have double eagle taker. 2 eagles. Oh, lovely stuff. That matches the chap. Is it the one in the town here? I think it might be. I think this guy's 2 eagles too. He does. So maybe he needs to swing down into one of these other towns, but they don't have any more eagles. That's a shame. Okay, I'm going to pop up around the map, see if there's anything more to do. It's probably a simple case of heading back on the road to Constantinople and putting them under siege. A new turn starts then, and our faction leader has Constantinople under siege. But we do have some reinforcements coming back. The retrained reserves from that earlier battle over there. We have more troops coming down from Colonia Dacia as well as from Vicus Sonatide with these 8 experienced steppe horse archers. Looking forward to those. Oh yes, of course. We've got to go and kill the Sarmatian chap. Let's use our best chap first, shall we? So, come on. Success! Yes! Mission complete. There go. The Sarmatians. Oh, lovely. First time. Good work, sir. I say first time. We've had about 15 attempts at him already. Alof the Killer has done his work. Now we might as well send the rest of you over in this direction. One day we'll be able to get a boat across the waters. Might be a little while away, but for now, works for me. So we'll just continue to send all of our assassins swinging down over to Asia Minor. Oh, yeah, lovely trade coming out of Ephesus. Now, from what I've seen from this spy so far, it doesn't look like they have any immediate reinforcements. I know that army we just faced was one that got on the boat from here a few turns back. I'm not sure that was actually in the last episode. But yes, an army got on the boat, and that's why I kept this army here in Athens, because I thought they might swing and take this immediately, but they didn't. They sailed it around to Constantinople, which very much does make sense. So yeah, it doesn't look like they've got anything else to offer in the immediate future. So I think we use our spy, of course, but I think we have time to get what we need across. I should probably, though, get myself a boat if I can't afford a boat. Okay, I don't know if I'm wasting money on any buildings somewhere. Honestly, Grand Bazaar, nah, we don't need you. What we could do with, though, is a boat. So we'll do that, and this port as well is in Dacia. Okay, yeah, of course those two settlements have merged. So we'll grab a couple over there. Just make sure we can get this spy over to Asia Minor. Just have a little scout around. I don't want any reinforcements making it over here. I can't control the sea. They're full of these proper quinqueremes. There is nothing I can do to stop them. I only have these basic, terrible boats. So, apart from the odd bit of shipping things across here or there, I don't really have much chance on the sea. But down here, of course, we do have some troops to take out. Now, I can't help but notice. I have, I think, all of the faction, or the family members in my vision right now. There's none in Salamantica. Factionaire and the faction leader are both in Carthago Nova. And there's obviously one outside who's come to reinforce, but there's one more over here. And I think that's all 4 of them. That does seem to be all of the Western Roman Empire. So, we're going to auto-resolve this one. Simple enough. Down goes their leader. Down goes their faction leader. And exterminating Carthago Nova. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't get this chap close enough to be involved in the proper battle. That's a shame, isn't it? Oh, I really should have gone in and done it myself. Oh well, it's all fine. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll just go and merge things. I'm not too worried at this stage, especially at this end of the Empire. We seem to be doing a pretty solid bit of work. So, if those retrains, we'll get ourselves what we're lacking here. Maybe some more spearmen. Just useful in terms of keeping up public order. So, this lad over here, he's the one that has been kind of chasing me down. I fought him a couple times, and he just keeps running away. Yes, I think I've just auto-resolved, to be fair. I think I just had an army. I think just kicked him out of the way. Eventually, we'll have to actually kill him, but we'll get to that. Oh, yeah, of course, our boat over here might get attacked. Potentially a problem. Yes, a quinquereme. That's a problem. But hopefully we can just get ourselves up to Ireland, and that really will do the job we wanted to. Londinium, of course, is under siege. We can go and attack this as well. Clear victory. Exterminate that. And we are that much closer to the end of the Romans. Oh yes, of course, actually we're going to activate the romano-british over here, which is another reason I brought a couple full stacks over in this area of the world. Royal barracks there, which is, yeah, expensive, I would suggest. Expensive is the word I'm looking for. Very little losses in that particular engagement, so we'll get ourselves some, yeah, just some general infantry to keep us going. Let's get a watchtower too. We'll need to know where the Romano-British pop up, when they pop up pretty soon. To take a barracum, that will obviously trigger. Normally appear over here or down here in my experience, but I haven't checked the coding to see if that is the only two options that are available. Right, Salamanca, we know that's got a few turns until we head over that direction. We could finish off the Romans here and now. We could go and kill this lad, but that might make these two a little bit... I kind of want to be the one to kill them. I kind of want to take... Will that actually trigger if the rebels just take this rather than me? I don't think that does matter. I think it's just once they've lost both. You know what? Let's end it here. That will almost certainly make this a more difficult battle, because with a high population, that's not that high. With a high enough population, it will create a fair amount of troops. But no, you know what? We'll take all of our cav. Not as much as I thought, but that will do. We'll go take this chap out, and this will be, I believe, yep, faction leader at the end of the Western Empire. It's a nice little end to Act 1 before we go and finish off the Byzantines. Let's go. They're trying to run away. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. I won't have it this time. Foederati, take care of them. Can we catch the general? Probably not. He's right at the edge of the battlefield already. Darn fiend. This time, though, your entourage isn't going to make it. I'm going to take all of them out. Just be gone, please, sirs. Be gone. Yeah, it'll just be the general then, and maybe just a few Sarmatians who get to escape to fight another day. Darn it. Darn it! Okay, and he's on a boat. Well, there's not a lot I can do about that, is there? 5 peasants, 3 Sarmatians, and Delmotius Vipsanius himself. And that is all that is left of their family at this point. Maybe they'll generate them in their towns, but honestly, they're not going to last. Roman turncoat as well. Yeah, those two are about to be taken out, says. So I don't know if you want to hop this boat around to Salamanca in time. You have 2 turns to get around there. No, I don't think you're going to make it. I don't think you will at all. Oh well, that's a sad end for you. There's no one, unfortunately, to... Actually, my boat over here just got attacked by a huge rebel force. Yes, well, we're going to die, but if you would like to go and sink the Western Romans, the rebels might have a chance to do it. Oh, my friends. Oh, my anarchic love children. I don't know what to call you anymore. This is shortly after my rebels campaign, of course. Yes. My great love children pirates, can you please, in the name of our great Lord of Cassius, go and sink the last of the Western Romans? That'd be great. That'd be great and magnificent to see. Right, well, in the meantime, we have money again, so I guess we'll go and get that bit of building over there. Look at that market sorted. Berdigala is miserable, God knows why. We'll get a spy in case it's because of an agent, and otherwise... We're just setting up, aren't we? Yep, just setting up. Very interesting discussion here from the Burgundii. They clearly haven't forgotten their history here. They want trade rights, but they want me to give them money and their old capital back. I will give you a counter offer of trade rights. We accept. They're really bad at this, aren't they? They're really bad. Map information. We have nothing to offer. Well, I want this coloured in, thank you very much, sir. So, yes, you do have something to offer. Will you give me... No, that's me giving you something. Will you give me... No, not Tink. I want Andalusia. Fine, we'll just kill you later. But at least we got a bit of trade, that's nice. Assassin! No! No? No. Doesn't matter anyway. 45. Oh, yes! These chaps over here, they all building up in one town, so I decided to send them on a little trip around the world. Particularly down here where I could do building some new towers, so we'll get them all off to start presumptuously building this as if it's all our land. Ah, where did they go? The fleet has gone over to them, you know. There he is. There he is. Where are they going? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get some archers in here. These chaps can get retrained, and we'll see what happens. Richest faction is the Slavs. Please, everybody note, we were for a short time the richest faction, and oh yes, that is an amazing feat. To be fair, that hasn't happened all game. We've been terrible the whole time. If we can get our spy over here, we can, of course, go and do that. Grow Knights, because we can. Go Glass, because we can. We're rich, why not? And otherwise, we obviously need to go take Serbia. So, assuming this isn't any problem on the auto-resolve, could have gone bad, but it didn't. Retinue expands, turncoat slave, and he's also getting a Roman turncoat, which is unusual for the fact that we took what has been a Sarmatian settlement for a long time. There we go, into Sarmatians. We'll rub them out of existence. Maybe we'll... I don't know what I'm trying to fix first. Let's just do that. Get rid of it. No one needs a library. It's fine. All will be grand. We'll just merge these troops because, frankly, we are not going to be using them anymore. Not particularly experienced. They won't be joining the battle down here at Constantinople. So, if we can get these lads onto the bridge, they can form up. And you know what? We can probably leave a couple of you there. Horse soldiers aren't actually going to be the key thing going forward, are they? But you can go and stand on their watchtowers. That'll be fun. Go and block their watchtowers. Stay on the bridge, and we'll get to you in good time. You can swing over here as well, and you can sort of blockade Constantinople. And in the meantime, we will continue to get our assassins over to this coast where our boats should be coming into play. Our leader just got assassinated over here in London. Well, that's just not cricket, really, is it? To get a few assassins there, play them at their own game. Obviously, our faction leader is now pretty good at training masterful assassins, so we'll take care of them in good time. This, and of course, a Barracum is over here too. We'll take that out. Minimal losses, 15 losses, and the people of Yorkshire can be quiet for a few months. Over here we have the Romano-British, woohoo, and their Grown Knights. They are magnificent. Not mercenaries for them, that's actually in their roster. Ridiculous unit, of course. We've got some over here. Yeah, so a new faction emerges, Romano-British. If you want to play as them, obviously you might have seen I have a little guide for them. I'll put it in the link description below. They're quite good fun to begin your campaign as, especially because you get to take out cults nice and quickly. As ever, the problem emerges from Wales, so we'll have to take care of them. It should just be that force. We'll have to build ourselves a pub in York, which seems like an odd thing to have to do, but we'll do that anyway. Sadly, they shut down the Willow when we invaded, so we can't go there for a cheesy night of music anymore. We'll have to build a new one. And Tara! That's really a line that only anyone who's ever been to York or ever gone for a student night in York will understand. War with the Celts, because that didn't take me a moment's hesitation. We'll go and blockade that port. That'll be... yeah, that should work. We've got 2, they've got 1. So they won't be able to get back with any of their reinforcements. Tyre will fall, and we can go and take Ireland for ourselves. You, sir, just put your watchtower down here. Keep an eye out over the sea, and we'll just have to organise what we want to do in terms of taking them out. I think some horse archers would be good, but to be honest, this force needs to be moving anyway. So... what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I think in general, if we just send these 3 down south, they're happy anyway. Wow. Let's just try one. Are they happy with one there? Yes, they are. Oh, that's ridiculous. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll... Shouldn't have even sent these out of the army. Well, you go join that army. We'll walk north, go and take out the Celts, as well as romano-british. If we go in this direction, we'll be able to deal with them. No new troops because we're getting assassins, of course. Hopefully this time we won't get killed. You never know about that, do you? So hopefully we'll tie that up in good time. Over here's Salamanca. I don't think we can quite make it. I think we'll have to send the cav to start the old siege there. And this is, of course, their last town. Last town of the Western Empire. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, yes, yes. Somewhere on a boat is going to be... Oh, they are chasing him down. I'm not going to do that battle until they have a chance to go and take him out. Ah, he's all the way over there. He's all the way over in Arles. What if he lands? We'll kill him. Absolutely foolish of him to do anything else. Let's send these three generals over here. He can go and meet them if he wants. Oh, he's not getting a friendly greeting when he lands over there. He is not going to have a nice time at all. Although, be it, we're never going to take out these pirates. Celts want to give us a little poke then, so into Act 2, taking on Britain, finishing off the Western Empire. An interesting little battle, this one. Unfortunately, that earthquake has done a big pile of damage to us, but we should be okay. The only thing I'm worried about is that faction leader, because he doesn't seem to have taken damage from the earthquake, and his men seem to be fine. God knows why the game is so rude to us. These guys aren't. Apparently in the city they're safe, which actually is a bit weird. You're more likely to die in an earthquake in a city than you are in the middle of the fields, but whatever. Let's go. We can still do this. Kern's getting mopped up by our cav here, who seem to be wanting to give them a straight old chase. The dogs, I've managed to largely get them not released, but they're probably about to get released here, unfortunately. I've been shooting them down with the horse archers. No, they've routed. They never got to release them. That's ideal for me. No. That's our only full unit. Don't get stuck in battle with them. Okay. Stay on skirmish. Stay on skirmish. And that is the first army dealt with.
Nothing.
Stop standing in javelin range. Okay. As we let them get themselves killed, we can worry about the second army, who are on their way now. He's gone. So we'll go and mop them up. Now the second force is 2 units of proper infantry and a full general who would really be awkward if we want it to be. Yeah, they're wavering. We'll probably be able to deal with that, yeah.
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them
perfect, perfect. So they're gone. Now these chaps over here. They are pretty powerful, but they don't have, well, they don't have a shield, as you can probably tell. So the archers should have good work dealing with them. They're a little bit confused about the rock. They've got to go around it, which is going to slow them down. I didn't put myself too near it, actually. If only in part because I want them to be running for as long as possible. You run away because you're probably quite worried at this point. We'll use you for a tiny charge if we need it. And the Galaglas to take their shots. The main issue will definitely be the general here. These Galaglas have taken some heavy damage from my horse archers over here. We'll just start to swing around the back of them where possible. The general is a big lad, 42, and our general, whilst experienced and with some good armour and shields, unfortunately is a bit injured from the earthquake. So we are, going to be a little bit careful here. That's good news, actually. They're chasing our cavalry. We've got these chaps ready. Head in. Spearmen, get around the side here right now. Cav, get over here as well. Archers, keep focusing on those Galaglas. You keep focusing on them. Swing around into the general. And we'll do the same with our general as well. Yep, we got him. We caught him. That is ideal. Ooh! Faction has been destroyed. Wait, well, that's not the one I was expecting. Okay. Okay, the Sassanids are gone. This map is brutally inaccurate. Oh, this is all. The Eastern Empire are Eastern Empire is stronger than I thought. Oh, good. Good, good, goodly, goodly, good, good. Good scouting there, sir. Yes, yes, ambush. That's one way of putting it. We might be in... Okay, this might have a bit of an epilogue to go and deal with these guys in the future. It's definitely the last episode, but okay, they're slightly more of a problem than I realised. That's an interesting little one. And also, yeah, the Western Empire, which is the one I was expecting. The rebels have clearly sunk them. Yeah, the rebels sunk them. Oh, that is magnificent. The rebel anarchy has taken out the Western Empire. Oh, yes, that is the answer I was looking for. And obviously, it's mostly peasants. That'll be nice and easy to roll over for us. Straight in there, 137 dead. That's more than we should have lost. But with that, yeah, and by conquest, we have taken that watchtower over there. And, well, that was certainly interesting. Assassinates and the Western Empire both gone in the same end turn there. End of turn report coming through. Construction report. Resistance is futile. Resistance is once again futile. And we've recruited some men in some places. That is news, I suppose. Now, I wonder if we can head straight into Cordoba. 100... Oh, plagued. Plague. Alaric over there. Now, I could... You know what? Do I need this army for anything? Can I get them plagued? I could get them plagued, you know. Why not? We'll take the plagued town. Exterminate them. That'll deal with the plague. Right, maybe that's not the best thing to be saying in the current climate. In this particular instance, it should help with the squalor. So I'm just going to stick with that particular idea. Yeah, see, there's only a tiny bit of squalor now. We've pretty much cleared the problem out. Back up with the Burgundy Eye. Like right at the start of this campaign. Here we are then. We have 2 settlements to take in order to have taken Europe. Now, of course, we want to take the Aryan priests over to Crete. Why wouldn't we? We don't need all of our men here. But I think a good amount of force will do. Over there. Dump them on and put it under siege. Perfect. Is there a ballista by any chance? No, there's not. That's not the end of the world. Gudonia will be as before long. Now, the very last thing then. Road isn't its own thing on this. Unfortunately, that's going to not be part of our empire. Constantinople, ladies and gents. We are ready to take that, I think. Now, these lads over here, what are we going to do about all of them? Because they didn't take the bait there. Should we swing back towards the little crossing? I think we will for the moment. See what they want to do. Of course, the assassin died. We killed the first one. We didn't get to kill the second one. Oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it? That's a little bit sad. Fine, there are some celts to go and take care of in that part of the world. So we can deal with that in good time. We'll go and just put a watchtower down here in the short term. Actually, we could just assassinate them. Could just assassinate them. We'll try assassinating them. We'll see if that works. Alright, I'll give it a couple turns. We'll see if we can do that to get rid of these lads instead. Here we are then, ready for the final battle at Constantinople. There are actually some reinforcements here, but honestly I don't think they're going to make much difference to this. We've got 3 stacks here ready to take on the city. They've all got their own bits of equipment. We're going to head in with Sigelbert, the executioner, a faction leader, of course. Now he has a big pile of command. He has an interesting set of traits over here. He actually has +3 to morale and then -2 to morale, but he does have a bit of extra hit points, so that's certainly useful. He's up to full command here. He gained a military engineer from Thrasimund. He lent it to him for the day. Let him his friend. Be his friend for the day, sir, he said. Okay, he said. Let's go smash Constantinople, he said. Okay, well, it seems like that is the plan then, isn't it? No general here, no general at all. It is just the consensus first cohort to worry about. Other than that, they're quite weakened already. We've been sieging them for quite a long time at this point. We have a ridiculous amount of men. Look at our generals here, all with 4 and 5 experience. We've even got the 8 experience horse archers. I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem. We'll let the AI control them, see what nonsense they want to get into. These chaps will be sniped off, I imagine, by our reinforcements. The final battle then into Constantinople, and for Slavic glory, here we come.
Tonight we drink, tonight we drown ourselves in ale, but before that we must wash ourselves in the blood of our foes. Time to shed the blood of enemies.
Is that it? That's it. Time to shed their blood. Okay, nothing more useful than that. So you can see we've got towers around all different sides here. And to be fair, if they put anything on the walls, we'll just shoot them down with our ballistas because these are colossal. Classic Rome Total War camera problems here. I can't really see over these walls, but yeah. Certainly they've got themselves some plumbing, a huge swimming pool, as I think I always comment on when we go and attack these places. The difference is we've got the Christian Basilica, of course. Colosseum's still there. But it's a fairly simple, straight way to the plaza in a huge city like this. No problem really, is there? Nope, nope, there isn't. So I'll get myself set up. Trying desperately to scroll out, but I can't. So yeah, we'll get set up and we'll smash our way in.
The feeble enemy have more men. Ha! These are more heads for our warriors to collect in triumph.
Absolutely, more heads to collect in triumph. Now we've got our other armies. The game is happy to process them all, which is marvellous. See if there are any troops to protect it. There's no troops at their side of the wall whatsoever. They all seem to be at ours. Now we should really get the ballista shots coming at them, because whenever I defend, that's what happens. These chaps have been absolutely ruined straight away, as you might expect. Is anyone else actually bothering to shoot their ballistas? No, no one is bothering. Yeah, when you try and defend in this situation, they'd be, might not be absolutely getting shot off the wall here, but no, the computer seems to get their way through it. That's annoying. Oh well, they've got some Eastern archers on the wall. They are not going to put up a lot of fight. How about over here? Have they got anyone? Oh yeah, the reinforcements. Trying desperately to get back in the city, but I'm not sure it's going to go very well for them. They're carrying on. Their ram's burnt down as well, as you might expect. And yeah, too many horse archers for these the reinforcements here. They're still actually making most of the way through. They're not really trying to finish them off, but I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem here. We are just about climbing the towers at this point. Down here at the gate, there's some more of the Plumbataria. The first cohort then on the plaza, because that's a bit of a chunky affair to finish us off, if that is the case. Nope, those are just standard units, so I don't know where they are right now, but we'll take them out in good time. Run away! The tower's burning down! Yeah, well, a few smoking step raiders there. Oh, there goes that general we were talking about. The enemy king! Oh wow!
Attack! Attack!
Who knew? Apparently they had an enemy king. Are we actually going to climb up? They've been absolutely shredded, haven't they? Oh well, at some point we'll just walk onto these walls. I don't think it's going to be too problematic. Although I can actually take enough control to get on top of the wall, but there we are. How many men are there here? About 7? Oh, 62. 62 is potentially enough. It will... Oh no, they're going to shoot us, are they? No, they've got their spears out. It's all fine. We will charge them. Charge! We can have the camera right. Well, that's a great charge, isn't it? Their flanks are exposed, apparently. I'm not sure about that. But if they want to come over here, that would be lovely. What are we doing? Why are we running around the walls? It's a good thing that we're not really continuing the campaign after this, because these lot are absolute fools. They're desperate to climb our towers instead. But hopefully we'll be able to win this little encounter over here. It looks like we are starting now to get on the wall. That is... yeah, that's the gate captured. Right, generals, run in, plough into the plum lads. And over here, we are doing fairly well. You know what? You might as well run around the block, really. Just go and take the towers for us. Save the AI reinforcements, getting themselves slaughtered through our own stupidity. Now, with the generals coming in, it's probably a time to grab our infantry as well, the ones who weren't in the city to start with. And it looks like we've cleared off the Eastern archers. Well done, sirs. Well done indeed. You know what? Then run over there, take them out. If we can get the towers, then their own towers will start shooting them, and that makes life a lot easier for us. In comes the general, and yeah, the 3 generals coming in. They might somehow get themselves killed in heroic death, but I'm not too worried about that. Pretty imposing, these walls, aren't they? It's a bit grim. Imagine Constantinople with a much nicer entrance than this. Welcome to the city of Grey. No, Constantinople will be painted in our own colours. In actually, strangely, that pink actually, and a bit lighter on the blue. But you know, we're going to paint it in our colours. You know, T&H, blue and pink. Right, onwards and upwards onto the next unit. So we've got some archers and some archers. Well, they don't really know how to do this, do they? No, Legio Lanciari. There are some proper units here. I don't talk complete nonsense all the time. Over at the south gate, then, it looks like we have completely smashed our way through the defences. And as for the northern gate, yeah, likewise, they're piling on through. I think, yeah, the general's just going to have to charge on. All cav. Just make your way forward. We'll take them out however they want. They can do it the cowardly way, they can do it the proper way, but it looks like they're not going to put up an awful lot of defence here, are they? No, they're not. Warlord is on the plaza, and there goes their general. There goes the jump, but there is a Constantinople first cohort to take on over here, and that is going to be an interesting one. Let's line ourselves up over here, sir. Line up ourselves. That's both of their generals gone, but I don't really want to be taken out. We don't need to lose a general here. We really don't need to. So, get yourselves out of there, and we'll get ourselves lined up for a proper charge. 3 generals into the Constantinople first cohort. This is their last stand, and to be fair, it's not a shoddy one. So they're going to throw their javelins in as we charge. Oh, they're all aiming at one chap over here. It looks like they're not going to stand that very well, are they? No. They're doing well, to be fair, they're doing well. Let's go in for another charge. Pull out, sirs, pull out. And yeah, I can see a few reinforcements over there, but the horse archer is just going to distract the Plumbatari. We'll get into that position. And if you, sirs, can get yourself over here, we'll charge them from all sides. You hit the Plumbatari. General, get in there! Get in there and finish this battle off. Blow that horn of destiny one last time. Yeah, that is near enough the end for all of them. And as for these chaps, yeah, I think with the reinforcements coming in the flank, we're going to make it. If anyone dies now, it's heroic on your part, but also foolish. I don't really respect you if you die. So, in we go for the last few Romans to fall. I say that, they've got a whole huge empire which could easily destroy us if they actually turned and faced us. But as far as I'm concerned, this is the end, and this will grant us victory on the campaign map. I think we only needed about 14 settlements. But of course, we've got about 40, 50 at this point. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at that in a moment when we get back to the campaign map. And I think these are the last. This is the last man in Constantinople. And there he goes. There he goes.
Like this go only to the best.
Well. 20%. Have we lost 20%? Oh well, that's fine. Apparently they killed 712. I'm not sure quite how they did that, because I feel like apart from the towers, I certainly didn't seem to take much damage from them. But oh well. There we are. With the capture of Constantinople, we have victory, and this great victory screen here, because the game fully expected us to try and do this campaign. You've won the slap people, conquered the world, driven their enemies before them, and done so under your masterful leadership. Oh yes, indeed, it will be many centuries, if ever, before a new threat arises to the Slav motherland. Yes, the main threat to the Slav motherland is, of course, ourselves, which in some ways is maybe fitting. I don't know. Look at all these unhappy people with the rebels floating around. Oh, we are ridiculous, aren't we? And in many ways, Scotland being the last one left is kind of amusing. Maybe I'll tell you what, we'll deal with these in a little epilogue at some point. It'll be fun to come back to this and just make sure we mop up the Celts, and yeah, we'll see what else is going to be going on. We actually obviously have to take out the romano-british as well, so we'll have a little epilogue to deal with that. But I think in some ways, just building ourselves our little wall along the Scottish border here is somehow, as an Englishman, the right way to end it. The Slavs control all of Europe apart from the pesky Scots, who can really deal with them. So Sigebert, the executioner, he has once again shown his value. He has himself 2 eagles. Magnificent thing. And he's a despoiler. This man has turned looting into an art form, systematically pillaging and destroying to achieve the maximum effect. Oh yes, death dealer. He's an interesting chap, but you know what? He's got a bit of management about him. He's got a bit of influence. He's the most cultured, I would suggest, of our Slavic peoples. I mean, he just burnt down Constantinople, of course, but you know, he's a cultured man, and under him, the Slavs saw their final push. A lot of cities fell in the last few years under his leadership. Although it must be said, this has been an incredibly hard campaign. Barbarian invasion, I mean, public order is always a huge issue on this, and we just don't have anything to deal with happiness at all. I mean, we get 15%, no, 10%. That's it. I mean, honestly, our building browser has nothing in here at all. With the wooden walls, 5% for happiness. We get anything else? Nothing at all. We get a tavern, just a basic tavern. Yeah, you can get 20 if you use Farog as your temple. But yeah, no sewers, no proper high level temples. It has been difficult, to say the least, on a game where public order is always a problem. But you know what? We've stuck to the principles of the Slavic, that in some places we are pagan, in some places we're Christian. We are united in our diversity and equally rebellious to the core. But you know what? We have succeeded, and this has been one of my tougher campaigns. I've enjoyed the challenge. Every one of our generals looks like this. 5 experience, desperately making the difference. Even the guys I barely even used, full of experience. It's only a couple lazy lads in the last few days who are not of that manner. All over the place we have chaps who like to tear, heartless ruler, like to tear people to shreds just because he was born ugly and just trusts all the outsiders. Oh yes, we're a magnificent people, and it's been a good run. We're allies with the Berbers. We actually do have friends, it should be said. They are our allies. Oh no, they're not. They're neutral. Oh, when did that change? Let's make them our allies. Be allies with us, please. It would neither be this thing. Well, I tried. I tried to have an alliance. So yes, this is the end then, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, there will be a little epilogue. We will finish off these chaps and these chaps, but this episode's been long enough as it is. We've got these over here to interrupt us if I try and put it on the end here. And sometimes it's just nice to come back to this a month later and come back to our lovely adventure and finish it all off. So as we assassinate all of the Eastern leaders, I will leave you. This has been Thomas, this has been Tenos the Human, and this has been the magnificent Slavic campaign. Thank you, and good night. Execute. Sorry! A lot of arrows coming in, that's a lot of jam! Ha ha ha! The red line of doom is not your friend anymore, sir. No, it is not. No, it is not. Ha 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 ha!